Hello and welcome to the Real Agents of Change interview series, where we celebrate the real agents of change in the world who are being the change that they want to see. And Andrew is part of a beautiful group called the Giving Group in the northwestern part of the country. And I won't steal his thunder. I'll let him introduce himself. Andrew, tell our viewers a little bit about you and what makes you an agent of change.
Well, thank you, Cami. First, I joined the Giving Group, what is now called the Giving Group, about 3.5 years ago. It wasn't the Giving Group at the time, but when my team leader, Tisha Perry, came to me with this concept, I was all in. Just her heart for this was just incredible. So I was like, yes, let's do it. And since we've had such a great opportunity, it's become so much more than just giving 10% of our commission. We've gotten involved with these nonprofits. We've served them by wrapping gifts at the YWCA and flipping burgers for an event with Open House Ministries, and it's really become so much more. So
that's why you and I are on this video. We met through the Giving Group, and I actually reached out to them personally. I saw the name of the group, and I knew that you as real estate agents care about your community. So what better addition than to be a part of charitable gifting of real estate? And for our viewers, $550,000 is the average donation for a piece of real estate. So we want to help realtors and nonprofits to, make miracles happen through these gifts of real estate. So tell us a little bit, Andrew, about, what nonprofits do you like to support? I know you're a very compassionate, giving community person.
Well, one of my favorites that we've worked with is Open House Ministries again, and they basically they help bring families back together that have had some struggles. Great group. One of my favorite organizations, which when I sold my house a few months back, our check went to the Tebow Foundation, which is a great organization. Even though Tim Tebow's a Florida Gator, we still I just love everything about this guy. He's got a genuine heart for kids. He does this, he just really has a heart for kids, and that's kind of where most of my, where I feel I'm called to be is making a difference in lives of underprivileged children.
So talk to us a little bit about the marketplace that you're in, and let's give a shout out to any of the nonprofits right there in your marketplace that could use your services.
Okay. Well, I'm in Southwest Washington, specifically. I'm the North County agent for Giving Group Realty, and I work a lot in the Longview, Kelso areas where I do a majority of my work. So when I started looking at nonprofits in the area, one that really struck a chord with me was Children's Justice and Advocacy Center. And when I started, it just the name of it was like, okay, it's about children. So I looked it up, and they just happened to be based where my dad's doctor's office was my whole childhood, and it really just pulled at my heartstrings. And it was just confirmation that that's an organization. I have reached out to them, and that's one I really plan on getting involved with. Another one is that I'd like to get involved with is Habitat for Humanity on the local level.
Well, I tell you, here in Florida, I've been speaking to almost exclusively children's groups and Habitat for Humanity. So we are on the same page with that. What do you think these children's groups in your area could do with $550,000?
It would be huge. They could. I mean, they're already doing great things. It would just take it to that next level for them, I'm sure. This community is a fairly small. Community. So I know some kind of a donation like that would just be over the top for them. They may even overwhelm them in a good way.
So you are in the Washington State marketplace, and I know you're working in the area that you actually grew up in. What is something that you would like for our viewers to know about you that has nothing to do with your work or where you're from?
Well, I've lived all over the country over in my adult life, and I didn't lived in Kelso for 40 years when I moved back here. So it was great to get back to my roots. We came back just because of my aging parents. So anyways, so that's the main thing. The only other thing I'd say about myself that a lot of people don't know is I used to be a competitive water skier.
A competitive water skier?
Yeah, on a local level. I was never on the national level, but yes, it was a real passion I had for a long time. So
that's one thing I've never tried. Did you do it barefoot?
No, I didn't. I've tried the barefoot thing. Mostly I did trick skiing and slalom. Never did any jumping because everybody I knew that jumped had bad knees. So I did mostly slalom and trick ski.
I just love asking people that question on here so we get to know them a little bit more. And before we wrap it up, Andrew, I'm just curious, what would you like your community to know about charitable gifting of real estate?
That it's a real thing. I mean, before I was introduced to it, I had no idea. And there's so much to learn. I still have so much to learn about it, but it's nothing to be afraid of. It's with real agents of change, they take the risk of the away from the nonprofit. And so nonprofits should really could benefit from this of all kinds.
Well, thank you for being a contribution to your community. As Andrew said, it's a real thing. 1917, the United States government said, hey, property owners, if you'll donate your property to a 501c3, you get tax benefits that you can't get any other way. So it's been around for over 100 years, but just like Andrew, I had never heard of it after 15 years in real estate and all the fundraising I had done. And that's why the Real Agents of Change was created, so that we could educate and inform nonprofits and realtors and financial advisors and just community leaders all over this great nation to know that if $8 billion a year is already being donated to nonprofits, what's another billion? We're adding $1 billion a year as a group to nonprofits in this country. And I just want to thank you, Andrew, for taking a peek at what we're doing. It takes vision. It takes open-mindedness to start to learn something new. Later on in life, like myself, I just started learning this at 52. So it's an honor to have you and the Giving Group and Tisha and Debbie and all those that are part of your group. And for those of you who are watching, if you feel like you're a real agent of change, reach out to us. Let us know how we can support you. And if you're a nonprofit or a property owner, or even another real estate in Andrew's marketplace, and you want to learn how you can be a part of the solution, reach out to him. And we will see you on the next episode of the Real Agents of Change interview series. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, Cammie.